Hey everyone, quick update on my Caribbean blend pepper. There's a few more ripened peppers on it, as you can see, and the conjoined ones are actually fully mature as well now. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'll be harvesting some of these peppers here today and give you a recap at the end. There's also a few more growing on it. As you can see. I've also pulled out the rest of my other peppers. We've got some Serrano peppers to harvest on this plant right here, as you can see. And some Serrano peppers are even on this one, quite a bit of them actually. So I'll be harvesting some of these today and leaving some of the ones that are smaller behind for a future harvest. On the early jalapenos, we do have some smaller peppers, probably a harvest or two on these as well, as you can see. So I'll probably be harvesting some of these as well. And I think we've even got a few on this one as well. I've been really holding these back from taking off by keeping them in these small pots, but eventually I'll have to take these plants and put them outside. We're about a month away from where I think outside conditions are ideal. So there's my indoor peppers. We also have a white habanero pepper plant down here. It's doing well. It's just now starting to go back to flowering. So looks like we'll start getting some peppers produced here shortly. It's been struggling with the aphids as well. I've been spraying it, washing it off, everything as much as possible. Really just using this insecticidal soap. I hate not being completely green, but it is for organic gardening, so as far as I'm concerned, we're doing some of the right things. We've got one red savina that ended up sprouting out of all those ones that I had, but it's coming along nicely. You can see my 3 Gala apples back there are doing just fine. I guess we'll take a second to zoom in on them and give you a good look. I don't really know what they're going to produce, but I'm going to get them in the ground this year and we'll see how well they do. On the Kangstar Super Hots, I'm going to label these the Kangstar Super Hots. We have gotten a few sprouts. We've got the Bonnets, 2 of the 4 seeds sprouted so far. On the Caramel Bujalokias, we had 1 of the 4 sprout. As far as the Bahamian goats, we had 2 in the same pack sprout. The Ghost Pepper or Caroline Reaper, we had 2 sprout of the 4. And we're still waiting on the other peppers. It looks like we've got just the beginnings of, see if I can see it. Maybe not, angle's bad. There we go. We've got 1 of the Jamaican Scotch bonnets just starting to peek up. On my Brussels sprouts and broccoli, a lot of the broccoli have sprouted. Just starting to get the Brussels sprouts on it as well. Now these are 10 to 21 days till they're supposed to sprout anyway, and these are planted on 2/5, so it's been 11 days, so they're just at the bottom end of the sprouting cycle, so we should have a lot more sprouting pretty soon. On my New Mexico Big Jims, I planted 8 seedlings. I'm sorry, I planted 8 seeds, and it looks like 2, 4, 6 of them have sprouted. Might have been 10. I don't know if I got all the way to the wall here, but either way, we got lots of New Mexico Big Jims started off, so I'm really excited about these little guys. Here's a better look at my New Mexico Big Jims. They're doing really good. They're young seedlings, and I've taken the advice of many YouTubers, which is when they're first sprouted, get them close to the light source. They're not close to the light source right now because I'm filming them, but it keeps them from getting leggy, and they're really good looking plants. Anyway, New Mexico Big Jims. A lot of flavor, a lot of size, easy to grow, fun to eat. My Cocosel zucchini squash, we did have some female flowers, but I had to pull them off because they weren't pollinated. I was out of town, so they never got hand pollinated. My butter bowl and my salad bowl lettuces are doing good. as well as my cilantro. Only about 50% germination on some old seeds. And you know what? None of my chives sprouted, so that's a bummer. There's my other squash back there. And we will be harvesting one of my early prolific squashes. Obviously, being in a container, they're not going to get as big, but we've got, it looks like, maybe a 3 to 4 inch squash back there, and generally 4 to 7 inches is ideal when they're outside. So that being a little smaller, that's typical of being in a small container. So I'll be harvesting that. Anyway, that's a real quick roundup of my indoor grow room, and I will show you a harvest here at the end. Thanks for watching. Okay, everyone, here they are. It's weird how these always change kind of shape, these Caribbean blends slash MOA Scotch bonnets. Got the old cone shape there, nice pumpkin shaped here, and then on the conjoined twins, you know, we got kind of a mixed basket here, cone shaped and pumpkin shaped together. Really like that pepper though. It's a good looking pepper. I'm going to bring it over here into the light. Yeah, it's something different, isn't it? Not one you see every day. Stems grew together to make one stem. It was 2 flowers side by side originally. Those are my 3 Caribbean blend peppers. We ended up getting, you know, 8 premature jalapenos, but they'll still taste good, add a little heat. Got 6 Serrano peppers, and then we even got a miniature squash here. We'll cut it open, eat it. Sure, it'll be good after I put just a little bit of salt and maybe a little microwave action on it. Anyway, today's haul. Nothing to brag about, but we are indoors and it's still early February, mid-February. Thanks again, everyone.